Guys, we're back at it. Another video, another shot, another day. Happy New Year's to everybody. Obviously 2022 should be a hell of a lot better year than 2021, especially with everything that's going on. So today's project is a 2020 Toyota RAV4. Now, all we're doing is just a regular remote start. And with that regular remote start, I wanted to go ahead and I want to show you the difference on hardwire and using T-harnesses. Now, what we're doing today is we're going to use a T-harness on this remote start for this RAV4. It is a push button start. Now, the only thing about Toyotas, they do shut off after you hit the unlock button and open the door. From remote start, it's something from the factory. I don't know what's going on. They're trying to work on something to hopefully where they can still have it where it stays running and it doesn't shut off, so the customer can still just get in and drive off, and instead of trying to turn on the vehicle again. But I wanted to go ahead today and I want to show you the difference between what's T-harnesses and the actual hardwire harnesses, and what is the actual differences, which really is not a lot of difference. Just me personally, I believe the T-harnesses look better. Not only do they look better, but they're easier to install, more efficient, and with the time, it's a little bit faster if you know what you're doing correctly. Like I said, these type of installations, I always highly suggest you take it to a professional, someone who's MECP certified and knows what they're doing and has the actual years and experience in doing it, who is certified. Anybody else who isn't certified, if you trust them, you trust them. If not, if you don't trust them and they claim this and that, I would do more research. But anyways, let me go ahead. I want to show you this, what we got here. Okay, so here are the products, and this is what we got. We got a Compustar 925S, and we're going to be doing the blade because this car does require it because of the immobilizer system and because it's a push button. There's no other way to do it. I mean, unless you want to use a lot of relays, but we're going to try to keep it simple. Now, here's the unit that we're using for this 925, and this 925 comes with this. It's the CM900. This is the actual control box, the actual remote start, does your keyless entry, lock, unlock, and remote start, along with also if you have trunk pop and not. Unfortunately, this vehicle doesn't have the trunk pop, so we're not going to be doing that. Now, here are the big differences in one. Obviously, here's the antenna wire, and then these are the hard wire. These are the wires for hardwiring. Okay, these you have to splice into the vehicle. You have to actually hook up to certain wires at the BCM, and you have to hook up to the ignition if it has ignition wires, or in this case, the push button wires. The same thing with the blade. This blade is what's going to actually do the interfacing for the head unit. Now, here's the big difference. Here's the T-harness. Now, as if you look here, we're going to be using the TLP2 from First Tech and installer approved OEM grade. What that means is it's all the T-harnesses. So look, this plugs into the head, to the actual unit itself. All right, and what this does here, these are all the factory harnesses, and they're all T-harnesses. So one plugs in, and then the other side the original connector plugs into here. And that's just to interface everything. The only thing we're going to be hardwiring is, and that's right here, if I can get it out, the parking lights. And the only reason we're going to do the parking light wiring is because you need to tap onto it. It's at the actual headlight switch. So we're tapping on the parking lights, and we're going to interface the auto lights, so that way only the parking lights are on. So obviously here it is, this car. So a lot of times with the auto lights, the whole entire light turns on along with the parking lights. By doing the wiring we're going to be doing off the T-harness, we're actually going to help keep this off and just the parking lights are on. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that. But this is a way better setup. Like I said, I like it. I love it. Let me tangle some of this real quick. But it makes it just so much easier. The only difference is, like I said, it's routing all the wires, steering column, This is the steering column, and then these two wires are the VCM. So everything that's wired here already is the exact same thing that I would do here for the hard wire. The only difference is this would take longer because I'm splicing and cutting and integrating into every single wire. This here eliminates all that except for the parking light wires, and the yellow and the blue yellow wire here are wires I do not need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them and tape them off to the side to the harness, but accessible for later on, for later use in case the customers want to take the system out and use it for another vehicle that's practically maybe the same vehicle or another vehicle, or they, if it's a different year, make, and model of then we just use a different harness, obviously, to take care of that. All right. So let me go ahead and I'm going to get started on this because I have to start dropping the dash. And I gotta get to the steering column. So all that's gotta get done. Once that gets done, it'll be nicely installed, and I'll show you exactly how it looks. All right, so here is the final install. Let me show you guys exactly what I got going here. So if you look up here, right here, sorry guys, right here is the parking lights with the auto light integration I had to do. So that's the only cutting that I had to do in this T-harness. Other than that, I grabbed the ignition harness, which is actually the steering column harness here, and then I moved it, and then you can see all the way down, all the way to the back. It's all wire tied, nice and easy, nice and clean, out of the way, ready to, all the way down to there. It's cut across. This is the actual wire right here. All this. Damn it. And the unit is up here, nicely hidden. It's nice. There's a nice little place to stuff it. Boom. It's wire tied, all good. It's already programmed. Now you just got to put everything back together, program the tack, and done. Not everybody can do it in 15 minutes with these type of harnesses. Some of these harnesses, you got to run wires to the other side of the car, so it might take an hour still to do. Even with the factory T-harnesses, like on Ford Mustangs, the newer ones, or even the new Escapes. But some cars like this Toyota, it actually takes 10-15 minutes. Now, like I said, not everybody knows how to do it, and it's because they're not certified. They don't know what to do. They look at pictures, plug and play, and then they don't understand how to program it, integrate certain wires into harnesses, and this and that. Now, these T-harnesses are great for just remote starts. I have done a few T-harnesses to alarms and remote starts, but I did integrate into the T-harnesses the starter kills, so that way the alarm portion is still working for it. It does take a little bit more work, a little bit more modification on the T-harnesses, but I have the factory wiring for it. I have all the stuff for it, so that way it would work and not have any issues. But just so you guys see, that's what it is. I'm going to demonstrate how the remote start still works. Lock, unlock, and remote start. Dash just put it back together. And what we're going to do right now is I'm going to program the tachometer, because the tachometer actually is through data on this. So let's go ahead, and obviously I got my remote right here for it. And then I do have the factory right there, which is the proximity key. So let's go ahead. I'm going to start the car. Brake, hit the button, nice, clean, make sure the dashboard is all taken care of. Turn this on. So no lights are on, just your regular, lights are on. Maintenance requirements of your dealer, yeah, that's okay. So that's done, ready to go. Let's take it there. All right, so here we are. So to program the tack on some of these cars, as long as it's connected via data or wires to brake, hit the remote start button. So I'm gonna hit the remote start button. Sorry about that, guys. Press and hold. Lights will flash one time. Let go of everything. Turn it off. Boom, done. Now we're gonna go ahead and test this out. So here it is. Lock. Boom. Unlock. Perfect. And let me make sure. All right, that's all done. So here we go. So lock. There's your parking lights. unlock. Right. And then we're gonna hit remote start, press and hold for 2.5 to 3 seconds. 2, 3, let go. The light flashed. Now it's gonna give it a second. Boom, there it is. It's gonna flash twice and then stay on. And now it'll stay on for 24 minutes. Here's everything. Everything on the dash is working fine. Toyota, as soon as you open doors. So here we go. Unlock. Boom. Open door. And it's gonna shut off. And that's what I mean. So it's something about Toyota that does it, but all you gotta do is just go back in there, turn it back on, and that's it.